Hello and thank you for joining me today at my Carolina homestead. My name is Michelle and today I'm going to be making something called fire cider. Fire cider has so many amazing properties. I'm going to use this as immune support, but also this can be used if you're sick. I'm starting out with 4 cups of warm filtered water. If you don't have filtered water, you can use bottled water. But you do not want to use water that has chlorine or fluoride in it. To that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of Celtic sea salt. Celtic sea salt is used in this to remineralize the body. So I'm just going to stir that around and let that dissolve while I prepare the rest of the ingredients. Fire cider is an antibiotic. It is anti-inflammatory. It is full of antioxidants. It does help reduce cold and flu symptoms. It fights sore throat. It's just really an all-around good natural cold remedy for you during this flu and cold season. Now I'm going to add 2 lemons and I'm going to thinly slice them. You do want to make sure that you thoroughly wash your lemons. I use a vegetable brush and a little bit of water with some vinegar. I do have a half-gallon mason jar that has been cleaned, and I'm going to layer these ingredients in as I prepare them. Now I'm going to thinly slice and chop about 1 cup of ginger. This has been washed really well too and scrubbed with a vegetable brush. I love to add the fresh ginger to this because it gives it such a great flavor. Now I'm going to add 1 red onion. I'm going to peel this and slice this and put this in the jar. This is great for relieving coughs, so this is something you don't want to forget when preparing your fire cider. Now I'm going to add a jalapeno pepper. It's called fire cider because it does have a little bit of heat, and with that heat it physically warms your body when you drink it. So I am going to leave the seeds in this jalapeno, and I'm going to get this chopped up and added to the jar. If you've watched any of my videos, you know that we eat a lot of spice here, so we definitely don't mind the warmth and the heat. So I'm going to add 2 habaneros from our garden that my husband loves to grow. He uses these for his hot sauce. If you're afraid to use habaneros because of how hot they are, you can opt for a milder pepper, maybe like a Thai chili. You could add an additional jalapeno pepper to your fire cider if you choose. You just don't want to leave them out altogether because they are a key component in your fire cider. Now I'm just going to add 1 head of garlic. I'm just going to get the end cut off and get these peeled and smashed, and I will throw these into the jar. Now I have all of the salad materials added to my jar. Next, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper. And now I'm going to add turmeric. This is ground turmeric, and I'm going to add 1/3 of a cup. If you're using fresh turmeric, you would want to add 1 cup of fresh chopped turmeric. Now I'm just going to add the saltwater brine that I made at the beginning of the video to the jar, and this is the solution that's going to extract all of the medicinal properties out of the fruits and vegetables that we've added to the jar. And I'm going to let this sit in a cold, dark cabinet with a burping lid for 1 week. Now I'm just going to add the lid to this, and I'm going to close it tightly because I'm going to give it a really good shake. I just want the salt water, the turmeric, and the cayenne pepper to distribute evenly throughout the jar. Now, as you can see here in my jar, all of the material inside is not completely submerged in the brine solution. So I'm going to add more filtered water to this. You just want to ensure that everything inside your jar is completely submerged, and we do this to prevent mold inside of our jar. Once I get everything completely submerged with water inside the jar, I'm going to press it down as much as I can. And if you have one, it's best to add a weight. I don't have a fermentation weight, so I just took the lid off of a little glass container I had in my china cabinet and put that on the top. I did that off camera, so you're not going to be able to see that. So if you're using a regular canning lid, put your lid on finger tight and put your jar inside of a bowl to store. Gases will form inside the jar, so you want your lid on loose enough so those gases can escape. So now I am going to check on my fire cider and see how this process is coming along. It does look like I need to burp the lid. So with these kinds of burping lids, you just go up to them and press them, and the air will escape through that little hole in the top. And you'll just do that once a day until your week is up. Once your fire cider is finished and has sat in a cool, dark place for a week, there's that weight that I was telling you about, that little glass lid. Then it's time for you to strain the liquids from your jar. Now that all the liquid is strained out, it's time for us to finish the fire cider. Now I'm going to add 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar with the mother, shaken really well, to this mixture. I'm also going to add 1 cup of raw honey to this as well and give it a nice stir. I'm actually going to whisk it in until it's all dissolved. Now that the honey's been fully incorporated into this fire cider, I'm going to transfer this to a quart mason jar, and this is going to fill it all the way to the top. And I'm going to take this every day. You can take this for immune support, which I will take 1 ounce every day. You can also warm this up and drink this sort of like a warm tea. It is absolutely delicious. I will make this throughout the cold and flu season and keep this as a staple in my refrigerator. I really hope you give this recipe a try, and if you do, let me know how it turned out for you in the comment section below. As always, I want to say thank you for stopping by my Carolina homestead today and spending a little time with me. If you enjoyed this video and videos like this, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and click that notification bell for more videos coming soon. See you next time and take care.